One of the greatest values or benefits that comes from that is providing a safe, supportive place where you can go and share things that you wouldn't dare share with other people that didn't understand or didn't get it. One of the reasons this is so helpful is because, thinking back to that authenticity piece and that wearing of masks, if there's something about you or something about your past that you're so afraid to share with somebody else, as you're walking through life holding this thing inside, you got you've got that beach ball submerged and you're holding this thing inside. You're basing that off the assumption that if somebody else knew this about me, that they would reject me. So we never even have that process or the experience or do the experiment of, is this actually something that I need to hide? Is this shame something that I need to bury inside? So while the whole time that we're not sharing that, we're carrying this burden with us and we're dealing with some of the negative repercussions of keeping that repressed. So one of the greatest things that you can do on a path towards healing is testing that. Like, okay, I've been carrying this secret inside of me. I'm afraid I'll be instantaneously rejected if somebody else were to know it about me. Let me share it with him and see how that goes. I'm in a safe, supportive environment. I want to share this with you. And once I experience that I'm not instantaneously rejected, that helps me lessen that burden that I'm carrying with me. So it's through self-disclosure and this realization that despite all of my experiences and the things that I've been through and the things that I'm not proud of, I'm still lovable and acceptable as I am. So disclosure is a big part of that process, releasing hold of the shame instead of allowing it to affect your story. The next is the story that you tell. So a lot of the internal suffering that we experience comes from the stories that we tell ourselves about the things that we witness or the things that we're experiencing. If you experience something in the story that you tell yourself is, I'm not lovable, I'm not acceptable, the world's out to get me, the world's a horrible place, then that's going to have one set of implications. If instead you tell yourself the story that person rejected me because they're going through their own stuff and maybe there was triggering or they're not in a good place. If we can shift the story that we tell, if we're in a recovery journey, if we're trying to overcome major adversity and hardship, if the story that we're telling ourselves is the best that I can do in my life is mitigate the negative effects of this past that I'm experiencing or this adversity. If that's the story that you're telling yourself, then it's going to dictate a certain experience in your life. If you can change the story and say something as simple as, because of this major hardship that I've been through, there's now things that I appreciate. There's new things that are open or available to me. This was happening to me this morning too. Some other idea came in while I was mid-sentence and then it flew away and it's now back there in the corner.